So we are at the fag end of our tour of Gujarat elections. This is Ahmedabad and this is the famous Atal bridge, as everybody would have recognized by now, by the Sabarmati riverfront. It looks beautiful at night and a lot of people here today visiting the Atal bridge till late hours, and a kind of a festive atmosphere. People come here and eat Pallavi, as we saw outside. It's kind of a,
Shadis also, which
the
apparently take
shadis are
place
happening
also.
and besides the politics in Ahmedabad, the other big thing is shadi. So I
Yeah.
found more enthusiasm for shadis than for the
And
elections amongst the
also, it's
people.
very difficult for us to find any hotel here because of the shadis plus the elections. So that's what the
Anyway, so the elections coming to a close, Pallavi. So I think we've spoken a lot about the BJP in the last two episodes of Power Circuit on what the BJP strategy is, what Mr. Modi's strategy is. I think let's today talk about the opposition, which is a challenger. You know, because challenger I think is important in Gujarat. 27 years, one party in power, and essentially a two-party fight. It has been there in Gujarat between the BJP and the Congress. So, and first time, this time we saw that the Aam Aadmi Party and the AIMM of Firstuddin Owaisi making a strong pitch in this election, especially I think AIMM targeting the Muslim voter and AAP targeting voters in general, you know, anti-incumbency, also a voter of the Congress. Do you think this will make a difference, or do you still think Pallavi it's a two horse fight in Gujarat?
But I think it's going to be hotter for the Congress party. It's going to be more challenging for the
Hmm.
Congress party. I mean, wherever AAP goes in, Owaisi goes in, which is why Congress's reaction is always predictable. That they are the B teams of the BJP. Wherever they come in, they are going to spoil us.
Hmm.
I think, for example, we will both cover the Bengal elections, and when Owaisi started campaigning, that's exactly what Mamata Banerjee used to say, that he's the B team of the BJP, because if Owaisi would cut anyone's vote, it's her vote bank.
Yeah.
Over here, also for the Congress party in Gujarat, if any vote bank is being cut, it's largely theirs, which is why we'll talk about that a little bit later, because we are seeing that fag end. It's like a lazy student. I know the lazy student, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. The last 2 days before the exam, khub pado, maybe it's going to click. That's been the Congress's style of campaigning. So now they're going to try and push in all the way towards the last few days of before the polling takes place. But we're going to talk a little bit about the AAP. We're going to talk a little bit about the minority vote, because today I think you travel through those areas.
See, yeah. So, Ahmedabad has these minority-dominated seats. Daryapur, Jamalpur. There is Nauruza Patia. So, if you go and speak to the Muslims there, so what I found is that essentially, if you speak to the Muslims, first the Muslims don't speak much. Okay, it's very difficult to get them to speak on camera. They will speak to you off the record. So I spoke to many Muslims off the record. Surprisingly, I found they were still reposing their faith totally in the Congress. See, I found these voters telling me, in fact, this anecdotal evidence that the AIMIM, in fact, one voter pointed to the example in Bihar that it actually costed. BJP came to power there and costed the RJD the election. So they see that AIMM is there to cut votes, and they have a similar opinion about Aam Aadmi Party as well. That essentially they are cutting votes of Muslims, and the BJP will gain. In fact, one of these seats, Jamalpur Pallavi, BJP won it in 2012 for the first time. एंड वन वोटर टोल्ड मी कि जो 2012 में हुआ बीजेपी जीता, वो इसलिए जीता क्योंकि मुस्लिम वोट डिवाइड हो गया था यहाँ पे, तो वो दोबारा नहीं होने देना है. So they cite that evidence to say in these seats we have to vote with the Congress. In fact, the candidate from Daryapur, Ghazauddin Sheikh, he told me that Aam Aadmi Party here is speaking a lot about getting the votes of Muslims, but it does not stand with Muslims. He said that why did AAP not speak about the Bilkis Bano case when it came to Gujarat? Why did it blame the Markaz Nizamuddin Markaz in Delhi for COVID spread? So these things travel very fast, I think, in the Muslim community, these talk, and I think it has in a way gone to the ground that Congress, some voters in fact told me that we don't believe that Congress can defeat the BJP in Gujarat, but we will still back the Congress because we know that AAP and AIM definitely can't.
No, they feel safer with the
So
Congress.
at least in our constituency we have a Congress MLA. So I think that is the larger sense I got, and in a way the Muslim voter I think still remains with the Congress. That's also with the reason that Congress is always Pallavi polled 35 to 40% votes in Gujarat. Even after the Godhra riots, Congress polled a good percentage because Muslim voter I think has been strongly with the Congress. I think it still remains. There might be minor deviations and some voters may go the AIM or the way of the AAP, but I think a larger dent into the Congress vote movement I don't see happening amongst the minority community. But the major change I think in the Congress strategy also has been from 2017, from this aggressive campaign where Rahul Gandhi went to temples, he went all out along with Ashok Gehlot, to especially in Surat and areas in Saurashtra. This time it's a very low key campaign, as the Congress candidates, and we were at the press conference of Mallikarjun Kharge earlier where he spoke about how it's a low key campaign, it's a door to door campaign. we don't want to do a big bombastic campaign. Do you think that will pay dividends for the Congress, or do you
Well, I
think?
mean, the silent voters. In fact, he joked at one of the reporters who also asked a question, who was a Gujarati, saying, "आप भी silent voter ही हो, आप भी हमारे लिए vote करते हो." So the silence of the vote, because see, I think the Congress is also aware of the fact that people are saying कि campaign नहीं कर रहे हैं. It can boomerang because it may look like the party is just not interested. And if
Exactly.
the voters feel the party is not interested, then हम इनके लिए क्यों vote करें? See, what you saw today in the minority areas in Ahmedabad is a little different from what I saw when I went to Bharuch, for example, which is also happens to be Ahmed Patel's area. Over there, the Muslims are telling me that we are let down by the Congress
Hmm.
party, and with Ahmed Patel missing in that area, the Piraman Gaon, which was his village, Ankleshwar, then Bharuch and all those areas, they say ki, we are very angry now with the Congress. Sometimes what happens is when you're angry, you often don't think rationally कि देखो ये लोग तो सिर्फ वोट काटेंगे जीतेंगे नहीं.
Hmm.
At the end of the day, why divide the votes? They may not also think so logically, which means I found in few rural areas of Bharuch that they are saying, okay, we're going to vote for third alternative, which could be the up. गुस्से में जब वोट जाता है ना, it can go either which way, it can go haywire as far as the Congress goes. If you ask me about the Congress strategy, I have a sense that towards the fag end, they're going to up the ante. They're going to start putting Kharge, who played that card very smartly today about, you talk about, because it's something which I also wrote about. I mean,
Hmm.
what boomeranged on them 2017 is that personal attack on the Prime Minister. Here is the Prime Minister as a chai wala and opposed to an entitled party like the Congress, where you have Gandhis who are rich, who go
Hmm.
have foreign holidays and so on and so forth. And their counter to that now is to show that we are as humble, possibly even more than the Prime Minister. So they're using Mallikarjun Kharge, comes in from the Dalit backdrop,
Hmm.
again a trade union leader. Like he says that, without any provocation, कि आप तो चाय बेचने की बात करते हो, मेरे हाथ से तो कोई चाय पिएगा भी नहीं. I think that was a very significant change in the strategy. He's going to be here for a couple of days. He's going to keep coming back. And I mean, also told there's a possibility that they may try and bring in Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, at least where the women voters thing is concerned, not as much as Himachal. So the Congress is also going to try to up its ante, because it's very important to show to the political and to observers that you're interested in fighting. Hard jeet is a different thing.
Well, definitely. I think an aggressive campaign, especially in the face of the BJP. You see the BJP
Yeah.
campaign here. Mr. Modi will finish 30 rallies in Gujarat. He with a couple of road shows. He's doing a road show in Ahmedabad. He did a road show in Surat. Amit Shah is on a worldwide campaign. They got chief minister like Himanta Bishwa and Yogi Adityanath to campaign here in a big way. Union minister like Smriti Irani have campaigned. So in a way, the big aggressive campaign from the BJP, these big rallies, these huge road shows, compared to a very low key missing kind of a campaign by the
But tell me one
Congress.
thing, you went to both the headquarters today, the BJP as well as the Congress. Today the Congress was crowded because obviously Kharge was there, Gehlot was there. But on any given day, is it more crowded in BJP and less in Congress? Because in Congress, when I've been going there, it's kind of very silent.
Yeah.
कोई है ही नहीं, कोई आता नहीं है, खाली लगता है.
So I think
That also the workers see, na?
it's also about, I think, Pallavi, capturing the media space in an election. So we
Which
saw
the
that
BJP is
we
better
saw at
at.
the Congress headquarters today, Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge and Mr. Ashok Gehlot were there, and they did an hour-long PC. But no separate media interviews were given, and they went off as soon as the press conference over. Compared to I was at the BJP headquarters where Himanta Bishwa Sharma did a detailed press conference, but
And then the chit chat.
then he gave a detailed interview to every TV channel. So that is how you also capture
The
some media
narrative.
space
Yeah.
in an election. If you give an interview, the media will air it. You get more conversation. So I think BJP is very, very good at that. The strategy. Congress is a bit lacking at that. But again, when it comes to Gujarat, one interesting point that Gasauddin Sheikh told me, the candidate from Daryapur, that why Congress opted for a low-key campaign. He said when there is an aggressive campaign, BJP gets more chance of polarization. So we don't want that to happen. That is why
ये
we opted for a low-key campaign, which was
ये
a
तो थोड़ा
novel,
सा मुझे अजीब सा लग रहा है.
which was a
Yeah.
novel reason I saw for the first time. And I asked him that
He's a very
Rahul
good
Gandhi,
spokesperson and he
Rahul
conveys
Gandhi
the
has not come. Does that impact you? So he was silent on all that, but he still said Muslims will vote for the Congress,
But
not for any other
interesting
party.
is that last time around in 2017 state elections, Rahul Gandhi actually did give a one-on-one interview. I remember and this was of course in his Delhi residence, where he first gave it to all the regional channels. All the Gujarati channels got it. Then we got it. I got it as a national, plus the fact that we also have a Gujarati channel. But they understood the game. This time they've lost their mojo. I think they themselves are not very gung ho about it. And actually, if you listen, you were there at Kharge's press conference. He was talking a lot about the yatra. He was talking about Rahul Gandhi, he was talking about the
He's
yatra.
talking about his election he fought in
Yeah.
1970. It kind
So
of,
yatra
yeah.
has become the focus even in Gujarat, where the elections are going on, and when you have the Congress president there.
Exactly. See, I think Congress, as I said, the low-key campaign, in a big bang election, somehow it doesn't work. Unless you have a great organization on the ground, which Congress definitely has in Gujarat. So it is banking on that to go door to door and telling voters that vote for us. But I think the BJP has definitely an edge. Even the BJP feels that it's competition with the Congress. AAP campaign, the BJP feels, the top leaders feel that has petered out. It started with some momentum, but it has petered out now. And AIMM may hurt the Congress only in some seats. BJP confident of a victory, but also saying that it is the Congress only which is in competition, not any other party. It's still a very much a two-horse race. With that political wisdom, we leave more for the final counting day and not make too many predictions to be trolled
No,
on
not
that
at
day.
all, in fact. Not at
So
all.
yeah, but that's a wrap up from us for this from Gujarat, and we travelled widely, and Pallavi has travelled far more widely than me. And the political sense that we
Yeah,
got is
and
that.
too much of Fafra and all we've also been having. So,
Thank you
yeah.
so much, viewers, for watching
Do
us.
give in your reactions on your
And we
social
did
media
3 episodes
channel.
of Power Circuit this time from these elections. So please watch them on our YouTube channels and other social media streams of CNN News 18. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.